that. All right, we are now recording. This is session 3 of Indie Publishing 101, which I made that title up. This is how to get your book onto Amazon. Do a quick review of how far we've come. We've gotten through the first page of 3 pages of upload. That took 2 sessions to get through that first page. But I hope you're all set up to win with good blurbs, good keywords, good categories. And now the meat and potatoes of putting a book on Amazon, the book, the upload. I have a cool presentation I put together. Only the best for you guys. That's not what we want. Okay, I'm going to share that, but I'm going to move this. This isn't really what, stop share. That needs to come over here. That's there. Okay. Down there. Go here. Smooth. I am technically super smooth. Go that. Okay, now we're going to share again. Share. That one. There we go. Okay, there we go. What are we going to talk about today? First item on the second page of the upload, which is labeled content on Amazon, is the DRM, Digital Rights Management. Then we'll talk about a manuscript upload, Kindle ebook cover, whether you make one yourself or you upload one. Do you use AI, and what do those terms mean when you click yes, no, indifferent? Kindle ebook preview, I would suggest you always use the preview, and we'll take a look at that. Identified errors and typos that it thinks it finds in your books. Where do you see that? How do you fix it? Kindle ebook ISBN, do you want that? Publisher, who is the publisher? And then let's go to the third page, which there's your pricing. KDP Select, do you want to participate in Kindle Unlimited or not? We'll have some discussion around that. Territories, royalties, and pricing, and then tracking your title using KDP Bookshelf. And I have slides with screenshots for all of this stuff because, hey, that's how we roll. It's cool that way. You can visualize it. Here's what that first page looks like on, or the second page, which is called details on your big screen. What I guess we're reviewing what we did last week. This is the first page. the first page. So you end up categories, keywords, pre-order. We went through all of that. Keywords 7, cool keywords, 50 characters. So it's not just 7 keywords. You could have 70 keywords if you can squeeze them in there, and they hit 50 characters per line. Quick review session. Blurb is ad copy. It's ad copy. You're trying to make the sale. You're not telling them everything they need to know about your book. Hook, character conflict, call to action. That's your blurb. Entice. Don't give the readers the answer to anything. They can only get the answer in the book. That's the blurb. Keywords. How would a willing reader search for your book? And this isn't to just search for your name, Craig Martelle, end days. No, it's end days, an Alaskan apocalypse. Oh, hey, there you go. And they find you. That's what you want. Those are the keywords you want in your thing. Not, I want a book like this person's. No, you can't use those as keywords. You can use those in ads, but not the keywords that you use for your upload. Don't use other book titles, author names, stuff like that. Keywords that they would search for that puts you into a category of like stories. Categories, YA is 13 plus in the US, and if you select one, you have to select all of them. Find the categories where readers will like your book. You're looking for readers who will like your who like similar titles, and your book is not so unique that there are no similar titles. Get that out of your head right now. It's unique because you wrote it, but it's not so unique that there aren't similar titles. All right, that was a quick review. Now, if your book is to be released now, this is what your content page will look like. This is when you go to page 2 on the Amazon upload on the KDP Bookshelf. It'll say details, and this is where you get. It'll show manuscript. Do you want to add digital rights management? And it really only gives you one choice there, yes or no. And the answer is always no. Why? Digital right management sounds good. And it originally came out and it was good. However, it took the hackers about 8 seconds to break it. And the only people it punishes are the legitimate readers. So if somebody has your book on a Kindle device and they want to copy it over the app, and then they got a new computer and they're going to bring it up there, digital right management may block them, whereas they're a legitimate reader. It doesn't block the pirates. So the only person it could punish is your legitimate readers. And you don't want to do that. So, and once you click it on, you absolutely cannot take it off. There's no way to take it off. You have to publish the book again, and that is ridiculous. But that's what you get. So never, ever, ever uh, check that box. There you go. Am I clear on that? Don't ever check that box. I don't know if the same applies to Google Play readers. I would think, but I don't know. I don't upload on Google Play. They had some issues that kept me from liking them. So, all right. See where we are. Okay, upload manuscript. Let's take a look at that. And if your book is a pre-order, going back and forth here, I have reviewed the slides exactly one time before this, but the information is all here. We'll go through it. If you were just publishing now, it says upload your manuscript. That's your only choice. But if you're doing a pre-order, you can, yes, I can have the file to upload now, or no, I'll upload it later, which was a huge improvement over the original pre-order thing because you only had one choice, and that was to upload a file. So if you uploaded a placeholder file, sometimes that got delivered to your readers instead of your real file that you uploaded later. So no, you don't have to upload a file. You just need the blurb, you just need the cover, and Amazon will make it look like it's coming, and it is, but it's not there yet, which it isn't. So no, until you have a final file, try to upload the final file always. Don't overthink that, thinking, oh my God, I got to wait until the last minute. No, no. Because if you wait until the last minute, guess what's going to happen? Your internet's going to go down. And then you're not going to upload it. You're going to miss your pre order date and you're going to go into the dungeon for a year. No pre orders for a year. Yes, you can talk them out of that. You can say, hey, man, I'm sorry, like I did. I was absolutely certain I had uploaded the file, but I didn't check and I hadn't. And all of a sudden, they said, "Oh, your pre-order is canceled because you never uploaded your file." Holy shit! I had a couple hundred pre-orders that went by the wayside. So I sent a mea culpa. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had a bunch of stacked ads. It was a complete debacle. 100% my fault. And I copped to it. They didn't cut my pre-orders uh, pre-order privileges, but I lost all those pre-orders, and getting them back was really hard. And my stacked ads. Now all of a sudden, and this was the launch. This was the first book. It was a complete debacle, and that hurt the whole series very badly. We kind of made do later, but don't do that to yourself. Make sure you upload the file early enough and that you can double check it. And you double check it. This is why I always put a date in my file, because then you can see the file that's uploaded. The one that they're showing is the latest one that you did. So if you're doing a pre-order, you can check, no, I'll upload the file later. And I would recommend that if you don't have a final file, even if it's not proofread, that's still a better final file than a placeholder file, which says this is a placeholder file, a final file. And if you've got time, if you're up against the gun, if you're waiting on final proofreaders and you've got a week left, I would upload the version that doesn't have those final proofreaders, and then as soon as you get it, then upload again with a new date on the file, so you can tell this was the latest file. That's an important safety tip there, because if you don't have the date on the file, it looks like it might be the latest, but it might not be. And sometimes they jump back and forth. You've got to give yourself a chance to win. So what? All right, this is what it looks like when you upload the pre-order file, the final pre-order file. Yes, I have the final file. I'd like to upload it. There it is. There it is with the date 2024-11-01. And I upload an EPUB because I get it done in Atticus. Thank you for submitting your manuscript. And I take a screenshot of it in case Amazon comes back, because sometimes their system will glitch and they'll cancel your pre-order and say, you never uploaded it. I've got a screenshot saying it is uploaded. There it is. You cannot unupload it. All you can do is replace it with a blank file, but you can't say, no, no, I'm not, I'll upload a file later and it takes that file. No. So once it's uploaded, it's uploaded. There you go. Why is there a yellow line across my screen? Hang on, hang on. Things going crazy here. All right. That's what it looks like when you upload. Simple enough. What kind of files do you use to upload your manuscript? They have a great, Amazon is in Seattle, and so is Microsoft headquarters. So they have a great working relationship with Microsoft. So that's why Doc and DocX are integrated with Amazon's upload and not Pages or other formats. It's DocX, it's EPUB. They say they you can upload Mobi, but not anymore. They don't even support Mobi. That was their own proprietary ebook software, and it didn't really work. It took a lot of maintenance, and there was already better stuff out there. So they just signed an agreement with the EPUB people, and now you upload an EPUB, or you can still upload a DocX. KPF, it says this is the preferred version. I have no idea of anybody who uses KPF. That's Kindle paperback formatting. I don't know. I'm making that up. I don't know what KPF stands for. I've never used it. I don't know anybody who uses it. I know people who use DocX and EPUB, and that's it because they both work and they work great. So don't get wrapped around the axle with fonts and making things look super pretty. Now, if you embed images, that can increase your file size, which then increases your download cost and reduces your royalties. So I don't embed a lot of graphics in my files. I make it simple and I try to keep the file size as small as possible. So I upload either in a docx or an EPUB. EPUB usually will shrink the file a little bit. If you upload docx, well, Amazon converts it to an EPUB, but they keep your same size. But users can select which font they want. So if you've got this super cool wandering font, a user can turn that into Times New Roman with one click of a button. So you don't get wrapped around the axle with your fonts that, oh, this has to be a sans serif. It absolutely has to. Guess what? Yeah, you don't have any control over that after you send it downrange to your readers. All right. First time ever, I used Cover Creator in preparing this. I thought, well, I've got my memoirs. I did a blurb for it, and I had never used Cover Creator before because I'm bad with graphics. My very first novel, I did my cover in PowerPoint and uploaded it, and it accepted it. And I was the coolest kid on the block. And then I bought professional covers because I'm an idiot when it comes to graphics and graphic design and understanding and typography, all of that stuff. I don't even try. Know your limitations. That's important, and I know mine. So anyway, you're going to see the end result of me not knowing graphic design when we do this, my memoirs. But you can do a cover in Kindle Create. And sometimes the generic cover actually looks pretty good. It looks more trad pubby than other stuff that we do. But my professional covers are top notch. Are absolutely top of the line. They'll compete with anybody when for eyeball space. So how do you use Cover Creator? If you don't have a dime, a penny to your name, you can use Cover Creator and you will have a cover. So here's how it works. How do you use Cover Creator? Like it already has your data, your title, your subtitle, and your name, your author name. It already has that. So you don't have to input that stuff, which is cool. Makes it easy. It offers some generic designs. You'll see that it says image-based designs, and it offered me an opportunity to upload an image. So I uploaded one of the Northern Lights over my house. That's my roof there and Northern Lights. Thought that's kind of cool. Well, here's one with non-image covers. You can say, hey, those look kind of cool and look textbookish. So yeah, we're not doing that. And so I look through. I'm like, hey, I like this one, which that shows you how much of a graphic moron I am because I picked this one. Oh wow, I like that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna. I did go with this, and I did publish it for pre-order, but I'm gonna replace that cover before it goes final because that thing is bad. But you can do it. And if you don't have 2 cents to your name, you can publish a book with a a fairly decent cover. And I'm stabbing a finger at the screen like you can see me. Look at that. Look at that. You can do it. Yeah. Here, I'll stab the cursor at it. See, you can do this. Uh, they make it easy. They make it free. You can put a cover on a book. So why aren't you publishing your book? DocX, you wrote it in Word on your home computer. Why not? Because it came with the Word came with your computer that you bought from Target. Go ahead, publish. So here's this book. Okay, memoirs.doc. That's the doc on it. Cover uploaded successfully. And it did crash it though when cover uploaded success halfway through it just locked because I went offline and popped back on. So I just hit save as draft, went out of it, came back in, and there it was. But there you go. Cover uploaded successfully. It worked. You can do that, or you can do a cover you already have JPEG or TIFF. Have a tendency to be large, so I always go with JPEG. And I get the files from my cover artist, so then I just upload it. I don't do anything extreme. I know we're talking ebooks, but I threw this in there to show you what the screen will look like if you click if you're doing a paperback, what it shows you to upload. You have to pick white paper or cream paper. White paper is thinner than cream paper, so books with a lot of pages won't be as thick as books with cream paper. and and white paper looks sharper on the print, but it's smooth. The and the cover artist has to get the spine correct so it doesn't wrap the wrong way or wrap too far. And that's why you need to know white or cream because it makes a difference in spine width. Interior trim size 5.5 by 8.5. Why? Because this one's a hardback. It's one of those case covered hardbacks. I do full bleed, and since it's a hardback, I went with glossy. And this is why I keep metadata. We talked about metadata in the last session, keeping it on one page, because I have a series that halfway through I switched from glossy covers to matte covers because I forgot which covers I had used. Yes, I could have looked on my shelf, but don't have me to do too much here. I missed that one. And once you publish on Amazon to do a paperback, it's an act of Congress to undo that. You can't change from matte to glossy. You have to publish it again, unpublish, and then wait until any of those copies are in the warehouse or out of the warehouse before they start printing the new versions. And it is a complete debacle. So make sure you have your ducks in a row. Keep your metadata of whether you're doing matte or glossy on your covers. At some point in time, you may lose track. When you have one or two books, you're not going to lose track. But after 10 books, 12 books, you may. And you may want to go matte with new ones anyway because they don't have fingerprints on them and stuff like that. But just understand print options, you get some cool options. Print options for your cover. Yes, my cover has a barcode. No, it doesn't have a barcode. And because it is a print version, you absolutely have to have an ISBN for it. So you can use Amazon's free ISBN, but that might limit you if you try to publish wide. I bought a pack of 100 ISBNs from Bowker. Now understand it was like $1,200, but I got 100 ISBNs and I think I had like 10 left. So I might have to be buying more pretty soon. But there it is. If you have your artist insert the barcode on your cover, then you would check that box. If you don't, you just put the ISBN. There's a slot for it up above with your publishing company, and then they will put the barcode in for you. It's automatically generated, super easy. Don't ever buy a barcode from somebody because you don't need it. All right, you've uploaded your book, your manuscript. You've uploaded your cover, and now what's next? AI generated content. What do they mean by that? Well, did you use AI tools in creating? And I've checked with Amazon. I've talked to them personally about this in creating texts, images, and or translations in your book. So if you used prompts and AI to generate text and that you edited, even heavily edited, then you would check yes on this. If you used AI to generate your cover, you would click yes. If you used AI for interior illustrations, you would check yes. If you used AI to translate the book and then edited it and proofreaded it, you would click yes. So there's the 4 instances you would check yes. What happens when you check yes? Nothing. Nothing. Amazon is collecting the data. So my estimate as a lawyer is if the cover art that's made with AI at some point, because there's a bunch of lawsuits right now on cover art and AI, if they come out with you can't use AI on the cover unless you compensate the original artists, then they'll identify all those people who have used AI on the cover, send them a love note saying, "Hey, you got to change your cover, or prove to us that you've compensated the original artist." And most people will just change the cover at that point. But so that's my estimate, is that you're on their list of people that they'll contact in case the lawsuits and legalities change. But right now, you can click yes, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't put you in the dungeon. It doesn't prevent you from advertising. It doesn't do anything except give Amazon data. But they're collecting it for a reason, and we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. All right, Kindle ebook preview. Do you? Let me see what's the next slide. Okay, Kindle ebook preview. Always do the preview. And anytime you go back in and re-edit your file, change the blurb, the AI question will come up again. Ah, we see you've changed your title. Did you use AI? No, I still did not. You check that box and away you go. Now, when your Kindle ebook preview, after it's generated, we found 8 possible spelling errors. Ooh, holy cow. I better fix those. So 8 possible spelling errors. Always check them. And the only way you can check them is you have to launch Previewer. So you click on Preview and it shows you. It comes up. Here's the book. That's how it shows up. There's 1,762 uh, increments in this book. That's not pages. And so you look, okay, Flockenschnoogles. I don't know why that comes up as a misspelled word because it absolutely is spelled correctly. Kawoosh, klept, klept as not clapped, as in klept tests, college level education program tests. Maxed Nietzschewa, which is Russian, but I didn't use the Cyrillic in there. And keyboards. Okay. So there we go. It shows me every one of them, and you can scroll down. It tells you where they are as a location. However, on your manuscript, you don't have those location elements, but you can kind of guess where they are. But there you go. You just search on that word in your manuscript, you find it. And if it is truly a misspelled word, don't ignore that because then it won't find it again. So find the misspelled word and fix it, and then re-upload your file if it actually is a misspelling. I've caught a number of typos that have gotten to this stage that that Amazon software found them. Great, fix it, re-upload. All right, so I clicked on ignore all on this one. Ignore all because those are all really good words and should be in their dictionary, especially Flockenschnoogles. It's just beyond me that that's not in their dictionary. So what else do you see in the preview screen? You see the location. Here's location 1 of 1,762. This manuscript is only like 31,000 words, so it's 1,762. You might have 8,000, 10,000. I've had up to I think 18,000, 20,000 on a omnibus bus collection. So there's a lot of pages that it could be. So location, this is where you are. I always click through a bunch of the first chapters. You should go through every page. And on this one, I did because it's not that many pages, and go all the way through because sometimes you might find random page breaks. And now that doesn't increase your Kindle Unlimited payout because hey, there's spaces where there should be pages, and make sure that oh no, there's a gap there for some reason, like a control enter kind of glitch within your file. So you can go back, fix it, and re-upload. Table of contents, tablet. So what device am I looking at here? I'm looking at a tablet. But you can click down to a phone. You can look to a desktop computer. So you can just see how it looks to your readers. That's good information for you if you want to always play to your readers' strengths. So you run a survey every now and then with your readership. What do you read on? I read on my phone. I read on my iPad. iPad, I think, is the biggest one, or Kindle. And the Kindle Paperwhite, they're going to get a great experience. Uh, but you can do it to do the input there. All right. I uploaded it and it came up with an error, missing table of contents. Well, I didn't have a table of contents automatically generated for this one, and I didn't worry about it. I've uploaded a lot of books without tables of contents, and you're okay. Now, it helps people navigate within the Kindle experience if you have a table of contents. So put one in there if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. But table of contents, if it comes up with this error, that's not a showstopper. And this one, I didn't bother with anything. There it is. I just left it there. So no table of contents, and it's okay. But it just tells you here. And there we go. So launch previewer. I went through the previewer. I returned to this screen. It was good. If you're doing a paperback, it will ask you to accept that interior file of for the paperback for the whole file. It'll show the cover as well, and you accept. And then when it comes to the next screen on the paperback, it'll tell here's the estimated cost of printing, which is important for pricing. But in the ebook, no, you'll find out the download fee on the next page, which is also important for pricing. So Kindle ebook ISBN. I don't know of people who use ISBNs for ebooks. However, if you run a book through like Publishers Weekly and they try to advertise to libraries and stuff like that, they require an ISBN for your ebook. So then that's where you would have to go in and get an ISBN for your ebook. I don't use them. I went in Publisher Weekly. I put one on there. What a pain in a butt and just useless. So my publishing company is Craig Martelle Inc., comma, space, INC, no period. Make sure you are consistent with that. When I bought the ISBNs from Bowker, that's how I put it in there. So it always marries up. I never have a problem with, hey, the publisher doesn't match the ISBN. You get kicked out and put in the penalty box. Publisher. That could be, I used to use just my name before I bought the ones from Bowker when I was just using Amazon's free ISBNs. But now that I use all my own, Craig Martelle Inc. kept it simple. That way I don't have to do a DBA, doing business as. What are we doing? Save and continue. I recommend you save as draft on occasion because it keeps you on the same screen. So it's not like it kicks you out. But save as draft because, like I said, when I uploaded the using Cover Creator, it crashed because my computer lost connectivity with the internet for a couple moments, and that was enough to lock up the upload page. So I saved as draft. It put me right back in where I was because I sure as hell didn't want to go through Kindle Creator again, looking at images and stuff like that. It was just mind numbing. And then here we are. We're going to hit save and continue. Boink. There we go. There we go. On the last page. And here we show Kindle ebook details, content, and pricing. Your details, that's your blurb, your keywords. Content, that's the meat and potatoes. That's your manuscript, that's the cover. And and Kindle ebook pricing. Part of pricing is you select whether you want in KDP Select or not. Now, if you don't click this button, you're fine. And you forget about it and you publish and you're like, oh my God, my KU readers are complaining because it's not in Kindle Unlimited. I'll show you a way to get there later, but you don't have to worry about this button. And if you do click it on, you'll find that you cannot click it off. Don't worry. If you don't want your book in KU, you have 5 days after it publishes to take it out because it's like you bought a car and 24 hours later you had buyer's remorse and you take the car back and you want a full they have to give you a full refund. So this is they have the KDP Select remorse. So if you but if you click this on, you don't get a chance to click it off. But if you do not click it on, you can turn it on 3 different ways later. So KDP Select, I know I'm going in, so I click it on. I don't sweat the load. But if I have a question that I might take the book wide between when I actually do the original upload and the launch date, well, that's we won't click it on. But if I forget, which I've done more than once, it's easy to turn on and without locking up your file. Because if you go in and edit the content and try to re-upload and then check it there, then it locks your upload screen. So if you get a bunch of typos that you want to fix, now you got to wait until it uploads around the world, and then you can go in there and fix it. So you can go a roundabout way, and I'll show you that later. So this is not a showstopper. It's not anything I click on because my readers are KU, but otherwise don't sweat that. If you don't know, don't click it because then you don't have to remind yourself the second it publishes, take it out of KU. All right. Territories. Now there are some books you can't put in certain territories. What they are, that's rare. That is extremely rare. So generally, I publish all territories. But if you only wanted to publish a book in certain territories, then you just click individual territories, and it gives you the list of all the countries in the world. So that's a really long list that you have to go through and click boxes of, yes, I do want Australia. Oh, I want New Zealand. I want Tasmania. Oh, they're part of Australia. You don't have to click Tasmania. But I want Singapore. I want great. Click on all those. Have a nice day. There's a lot of clicking going on. You don't have to do that just so you can say, I am not clicking on North Korea. There, take that, you guys. Come on, just click all territories. Be bigger than that. If you sell a book to North Korea, good on you. Take their money and run. So that's territories. That's what it is. Worldwide rights. You own your rights. They're licensed to distribute. That's it. So don't sweat that about you're going to lose any kind of rights. All right, primary marketplace. You can't change this, not here. This is on the very first screen, the details screen, where you put what your primary marketplace is. So that's like .de. Then it shows up here as Amazon.de. This is just a reminder. It looks like you can select something, but you really can't. And then we go to pricing. Pricing, royalty, and distribution. There's a lot of different things you can click here, but don't get overwhelmed because it's really not hard. It's very, very simple. It's 35% if a book is priced below $2.99 or above $9.99. And this we're talking ebooks. Then it has to be 35%. Now, if your book is between $2.99 and $9.99, but it has a huge download fee, which a delivery fee, see right there where I'm circling, it's 0.04 cents. Okay, 4 cents? No, I'm not going to take 35% to save myself 4 cents because you see that there is no delivery fee on the 35% bracket. So I take 70%. I price this at $2.99 because it's a 31,000 word book. And why price it down to $1.99 to only give myself 35% royalties? No, $2.99 is the minimum to get 70%. There we go. So on that one, 4. And it shows you over here. What's the rate? What's the royalty? 206. I get almost double the royalty. Well, 70% versus 35. That makes sense. So, what about India? India. I didn't go with a high enough rate, so that has to be 35%. This is when you sell in other countries, they have certain limitations or tax treaties. There are other things that they do that allow Amazon to either be 70% or not. That 251 might be a little low for to get 70% because it says it shows it highlighted. Might be. I could raise it, but I have almost zero sales, 9 years of books, and I have almost zero sales in India. I do not sweat India. I don't bother changing the price. It is what it is. But you see there, 35%. Yes, some markets will be 35%. GBP, you look at that 230, that looks like an odd price. Well, you can click that up to 299, but you manually change it right here. And note that this is in pounds, pound sterling. This is in rupees, euros, 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 and euros. So make sure that you understand different currencies. Don't think, hey, I'm not charging $251 for my book. No, you're not. 251 rupees is about, yeah, almost nothing. And your royalty of 84 rupees is also almost nothing. But euros, what you can do. Oh, and if you're not in KDP Select, you're not participating in Kindle Unlimited, you can select 70%. Your book still has to be between $2.99 and $9.99. And easy enough. There's people who weren't in Kindle Select and didn't think they could select 70%. Absolutely. Just book has to be priced $2.99 to $9.99. There's no reason not to ever select KDP's 70% as a royalty if your book is in that wheelhouse. Amazon did the research and they said that's where most people buy books. So they're trying to force authors to price their books in between there. I'd like to see a higher price point for omnibus editions because you put 6 books in that are $4.99 each, and the highest you can charge is $9.99. It's a limitation because then you got to charge 21 to make an extra 30 cents for Pete's sake. So here's what we do. It's proven science that 99 cents, 2.99 is better than $3. The human psyche looks at it and says, "Oh, 2.99. It's not $3, even though in reality it is." So anyway, you go with what works. I don't mess with India, but 2.99 on pounds, 2.99 for euros. I price my dollars and euros the same. Sometimes the GBP might be at 1.99 because that's what their readership is used to. And you can see right below these list price of here's the least you can mount a charge to get your 70% royalty rate. And so you go down and you might see Canada, $3.99 is the least you can charge. Australia, same thing, $3.99 for the minimum amount. And that's just because the value, it's Canadian dollars. And the pricing is everything compared to US dollars. So what's the 2.99 US equivalent in Canada? Well, 3.99 to get that 70% as opposed to 35%. It's just that simple. All the information you need is right here. Now, VAT, they take VAT off your retail price. So you're going to get less out of Germany, France, Spain, Italy, Netherlands than what you make for sale in the US or the UK. UK doesn't charge VAT on ebooks. So, and they're 3 pence, 4 cents. That's a delivery fee. You get everything else. So 207 pounds for a book in the UK. Everything you need to know is right here. All your business decisions are made for you right here. This is what I'm going to get. So you look at judge your sales appropriately. I'm showing this just for the book I have in Germany, Amazon.de. It shows up as a primary marketplace because I couldn't select it here. You have to select it on that first screen. So and then it gives you the DE as the top one. You plug in the price there, and it puts the price in for all the other markets down the way. And then you adjust them 99 to get that psyche on your side. Australia, Mexico, Canada, Brazil, Japan. You get a lot of quick clicks from Brazil, but you won't get a lot of sales. They love clicking on stuff. All right. And then pre-order terms. Once you've done all this, you're ready. By clicking submit for pre-order below, I confirm that I have all necessary rights to make any content I am uploading available for marketing, distribution, and sales in each territory I've indicated above. And I am in compliance with the KDP terms and conditions. Okay, this is the TOS, terms of service, that are this massive uh, tome of legalese. So everybody just clicks yes, submit, and counts on groups like Successful Indie Author to school them up on what they should and shouldn't be doing and what they can't do with with these books. Like you have it in Kindle Unlimited, but also you're giving it away on BookFunnel. That's a no-no. We encourage you not to do that because then you'll lose your account and you'll blame Amazon and no, it's really you. So don't do stuff like that. If you want, read the terms of service and you'll be a better person for it, as well as donate an hour or two of your life. A paperback, even though this says these are all about ebooks, a paperback, you get terms and conditions. Yep, okay, it's going to take 72 hours. It takes longer to get a paperback approved. And then you can request a book proof. And if you request a book proof, you'll get one, and it says not for sale on the cover. It has a wraparound on it. So there's your high value, once in a lifetime, not for sale copy that you can use for a giveaway for your readers or something later, because that is the proof. That is the first printed copy of this book. Request proof. You click one button and that's it. They print it and send it, and they do it right away. But once you've done that, or if you don't want to do that, you're confident the book is fine, publish your paperback, and you can publish. You can also do a pre-order of your paperback. However, if you do the pre-order, that only adjusts the date of publication. You actually can't get author copies off a pre-order. You'd think you could, and that's an opportunity for improvement for Amazon, but you can't. All it does is set the publication date. It doesn't give you the opportunity to, well, I'm gonna stock up on my paperbacks before this thing goes live, and I'll sign them. And hey, it comes live today. You can get it right now at this signing event, or you can order it from Amazon and get it a week from now. No, it doesn't work that way, which is odd. So you can just publish, order a bunch of books, and then unpublish, and then publish it again when later. So that's kind of a workaround. But do a pre-order on a paperback. That's it almost feels like what's the purpose if you can't get your author copies? Now, once you've published your ebook, pre-order or live, and you can see with this super sexy cover that I made in Kindle Create, here it is. Pre-order's live. I can view on Amazon, and if you click that drop down, that's the market of your choice. If you're in Germany, you can check view on Amazon.de. If you're in UK, US, Australia, and it'll show you that it'll click on to a new tab and show you here's how your product page looks in these markets. It gives you your ASIN. It gives when it's scheduled to be released. The reason I put May 1st is because I need a new cover on this book, and I'll get one by then, and then release it, whatever. Now, Kindle ebook actions. Here's two different things. Remember when I said about if you didn't select KDP Select and you wanted to, if you click on these three buttons, it gives you the choice to edit the content, edit the pricing, and you can do it there, but it locks up your file. Or you can do it in the promote and advertise. It gives you a huge yellow button right there. Enroll in KDP Select. And that doesn't lock your file. It doesn't lock it. So if you find typos in that first release, the first few people that got the book, that you can fix them and upload. So future purchasers are going to get a more error-free version. So that's one of the things that I would caution you. Don't go in for KDP Select, and this is where you can take it out of Select within those first 5 days too. So there you go. Click on that, promotions and marketing, and it sends you to this. Enroll in KDP Select if you didn't and you needed to. Now, what's behind those three buttons? Those three buttons, the ellipses that want your business. Edit ebook details. That's where you want to change your keywords. You want to change your blurb. Oh my God, there's a typo in my blurb. Where am I going to fix that? Right there. Click on those three dots. Edit ebook details. Go in, fix your blurb. Content. If you only want to fix the content, you've got the new manuscript that you're going to upload because you fixed a bunch of typos. You do that here. Edit ebook content. If for your pricing, you had fan pricing for the first week, and you're going to raise the price, you would do that here. Edit ebook pricing. Each of those three will lock up your file until it goes through the system, and it might be an hour, it might be 4 hours, it might be 24 hours. Usually it's on the 1 to 2 hour time frame where the file is locked up. Like you had a typo in your blurb, you fix it real quick, and you hit you uploaded, and then all of a sudden you realize that you deleted the next three sentences accidentally when you uploaded that new blurb. It's like, oh my God, I got to fix it. And you got to wait. Now you're going to sit for 2 hours with that blurb all gooned up, and before jumping in again to fix it. And here's another mea culpa quick. If you want to enroll in KDP Select, you can do that here and not lock your file up. Promote and advertise, that takes you to the other screen. If you want to set up a Kindle countdown deal, or a free book deal, you can do that on this screen. There's limitations when a book first publishes. I don't think you can do a Kindle Countdown deal for 2 weeks when it first publishes. Free book pretty much anytime, at least 2 days from now, because of the time zones around the world. You can't do a free book today. You have to give them enough time for that first time zone. Add X-ray. What is X-ray? I had to look that up. I've never used it. It's actually like a automated Wikipedia for your book. Uh, Amazon's smart software, if we can call it that, will go in, look at your book, see what passages readers have highlighted, and other passages that it might find, other terms, and build a pseudo Wikipedia. So when somebody's going through your book, they can see that something's highlighted and click on it and say Flockenschnoogles. Oh, what does that mean? And it'll tell them. And if it doesn't tell them, well, that's it. You can tell them. So you can go in and edit what they've put, or you can add in your own. And that's what X-ray is. Archive the title. You can take the title out of there and it will still be available. If you did a paperback, it will be available in perpetuity. If you did just an ebook, you can remove it. But the paperbacks, because if somebody can sell a used paperback on Amazon of your book. So as long as that's possible, and it is, a book that unpublished 30 years ago might still be available that somebody puts up on Amazon. So you can't ever really remove an ebook. Add to series. Well, you can go to the series page, create a series. Here you can edit the series, add to series. Oh man, this should be the fifth book in that series. Click on it, pull the right series, add it. And this is where you unpublish your ebook. You can unpublish it. You want to take it down because it's just unreconcilable. The readers hate it and you know why. So you're going to fix it, unpublish. You can republish it later or let it die and publish it under a completely new listing later. I'm doing a lot of waving here, so you're missing all that. All right. All right, that's all I have for today. Let me move this over here. Stop sharing. There we are. Okay, hey, we got questions. All right, there we go. Cream paper is thicker and affects the cover size. Yes. Yeah, I went through that. Isn't there already case lay saying if something is you can't claim copyright? Yeah, it's in the courts. Yes, supposedly, if you generate your text with it, you supposedly can't say that you cannot copyright that text. You cannot copyright that cover. So that might be another thing. So that's a good question. However, the and same thing with the translation. If you used AI to translate it or a translation software, is translation software AI? Possibly. What they intend here is that yes, and then you can't say copyrighted by me if they use software. So yeah, only the U.S. charges for ISBNs. Canada's free. Now here's you talk about prices in Germany or the Netherlands. They have a higher cost of living, or they have a higher wealth ratio. We could say. The good news is a buyer in Germany only sees your books compared to other books you have in Germany or other sellers in Germany. It's very, very rare that somebody is savvy enough to look at other markets and say, here's what the cost is in the US. So why are they charging me more in Germany? No, they're looking at only German titles. So my German titles, if I have them at 499 euros and they're 499 in the States, which I actually have a set that they're 299 in the States and 499 in Europe just because I put them on sale for a long time. So uh, the German buyers only see the books on the German product pages. So you can do whatever you want. I price them kind of the same because I have readers from all over the world and they do jump around. Okay. When you set a pre-order, can you have a lower price? Yes, you can have a lower price. You can increase the price during the pre-order period. However, and they'll get the price that they reserve the title at. So if you have 99 cents for the first week trying to build momentum, and a lot of people do that, and then buck 99 for the next period of time, and then 2.99 before it goes live, and then you change it up to 4.99, 6.99 when it's live. You can do that. If you increase the price, they pay what they do during the time. However, if you start off at 4.99 and you're getting no pre-orders and you drop it to 2.99, everybody will get 2.99. So 4.99, if you made one or two sales, they're going to get it at 2.99. They're not getting it at 4. They will get the lowest price if you decreased it. So if you meant to change it to 99 cents after it published, and you did that before, you just gave every pre-order the 99-cent price before. So if you had 1,000 pre-orders, you just ate that many royalties, thousands of dollars in royalties that you just ate. Publisher have to be named? Actually, no. It can be just a DBA. However, Amazon will ask you to identify yourself or could ask you to identify yourself. You just need some kind of legal document saying, this is the publisher. I'm that person. So you don't want to publish under your real name, fine. Start an LLC and publish under that, and they're the publisher. Be careful that you don't have your copyright go to that publishing company, because if you go under and you have to declare bankruptcy, you lose all your all your copyrights. So you can copyright under your name or your pen name as long as you can prove that your real name owns those pen names. We'll talk about advertising next week. How do I know the right interior trim size? Is that a trick question? It's however you format it. Because you for paperbacks you do a formatting, 5 by 8, 5.5 by 8.5, 6 by 9. You format it, so that's how you know the interior size. Uh, Atticus will do that for you. Vellum will do that for you. You select the paper size, and it will pick it and put the margins correctly. To use ink, yes, you must be incorporated. So I couldn't use Craig Martelle ink until I incorporated with the state of Alaska. If I use AI to help me drop my author bio, do I have to check the mark? Your author bio? You have me at a loss here. You need it. I would say no, because that doesn't go to the content of the book. It's just I can understand trying to take that shortcut of using AI to write because it could be more compelling. We're horrible judges of ourselves. So how do you handle translations versus English version of your books internationally? My German books, I list the primary market as .de. I upload the German version of the manuscript. I upload the German title, the German series name, the German subtitle. My blurb is in German. And once you select DE, then you've got the trials and tribulations of doing the categories that are now all in German. I don't speak German, so I have to do a matching of find and replace. And I can try to go to the .de store, and it doesn't show it to me in German because my computer is set to English. So that's a very painful effort of doing that. So you want to do your mix and match before you get to that screen, so you're not trying to type Flockenschnugels and see what the German translation of that is, so you can get it in the right category. All right. Castanis, if I get your name right. I think you're thinking a lot. You're overthinking this. You can do whatever you want for whatever market, and understand that they aren't looking for one thing or the other. It's okay if you use an ISBN for ebook. It's your business. Do whatever you want. With AI, you get some content. Ask if it is free to use in the public. Um, you're trying to play the gray area. If you did you use AI to generate content, be honest with yourself. If that answer is yes, no matter whether it says it's free and legal, I wouldn't trust that. As a lawyer, I absolutely wouldn't trust that. If you want to check no, that's your business. But don't get pissed if you get your account closed for lying to them. Thickness of the paper, cream. Your cover artist will know if you use cream paper and it's thicker on the for the spine because you've got to get the spine size right. Because when they print it all together. They've got one machine that prints the cover, wraps it around, and glues it to the book. So the paper, it just makes sure that you get the spine width correct, and then a 5 by 8 for the actual text, and make sure it fits within the printed area and doesn't get too close to the internal binding where somebody has to break the binding to read the words. So you've got to give that offset. Atticus does that. Vellum does that. There's formatting software. I think Scrivener does that. There's all different kinds of ways you can format. I submit a docx file for an ebook, it doesn't matter. I do all of my docs and docx in 8.5 by 11, and I submit them as an ebook. Now I import them to Atticus to format for print. And important safety tip: when you buy a cover, get the full wrap and print all of your books in paperback. Why? It will hugely benefit your advertising efforts, as we'll talk about next week. Having that paperback matched with an ebook, you get a much lower CPC overall. I mean, on the order of magnitude, like 50% off. My CPC for my ads is 30 to 50 cents, whereas when I only ran ebooks, it was $1 or more. So no, always do a paperback. Even if you don't sell any, you've still got it there. You get that full wrap. It's like an extra $50 on a cover if you buy. I mean, the covers I buy are 350, 500, $1,000. And the full wrap is usually either included on the high end ones or an extra $50 on the low cost ones. And I publish the paperback and they all pay for themselves very quickly. If you format with Atticus, it'll give you an EPUB. It'll give you a paperback of your chosen paper size. You can't mess Vellum, same thing. It'll do paperback, hardcover formats, all the good stuff. Let's see, why don't you just say you pay for cover art anywhere from $350 to $1,000? Actually, more than 1,000 on a couple. CPC, cost per click, cost per click. I format my paperback. Yes, you can format if you are good at formatting. There you go. You can format in MS Word. That's okay. It glitches out on me too many times. I thought I was good with Word. I tell you what, Atticus makes it really easy, and Vellum makes it even easier. And the Vellum is exclusively for Apple. So if you use Apple, Vellum is the way to go. And we see Stanley there. Where is he? Oh, yeah, there he is. He's mixed in with the blanket. All right, all right. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, you can use Word. I mean, use whatever. People write in Atticus too. I don't. I write in Word because I have Word across all my different computers. I use 3 different computers. So Word is portable across all of them. Atticus should be too. However, Atticus is online, and I can't always guarantee that I'm online. So I didn't buy Microsoft 365. I actually bought Word that is then uploaded on my computers, and I bought separate licenses for each computer. I use licensed copies of Word, Excel, and PowerPoint because I never know when I'm going to have to make a cover. So I have PowerPoint, of course. All right. Covers. We didn't talk about covers. I know people go to Fiverr and stuff like that for covers, but you risk people taking shortcuts, maybe horking somebody else's cover, maybe using AI and not telling you. I use absolute established artists for covers. I got a new cover this morning, which was Righteous. So this morning I published a book on pre-order. I published a paperback and hardcover for a book that is coming out in next week. I published, I republished a couple other paperbacks and hardcovers. It's it's all part of the business. And I did a 5 minute focus this morning, and I got 1,200 words on the page. If you're a professional, be professional, run your business like a professional. But man, I love the artwork. I love the art of writing a great story. So I'm cranking away on a current story that's going well, and love that. Photoshop, my artists all use Photoshop, so I can get the PSD files, and they've sent me them, and I have no idea what to do with them. But if I need to tweak something up or use a snippet for an ad, I can do that off the PSD file and remove the text and get the whole image, stuff like that. You got to be savvy with Photoshop. I don't do any graphics because I'm an idiot and I don't have an eye for color or how any of the design works. Know your limitations. I'm going to write a great book. I'm going to sell a lot of copies, and then I'm going to use that money to buy covers because I can't do the covers myself. All right. No, no, no. I don't want to edit covers. I don't want to edit files. You mistake you mistake me for a visual artist. I am a word artist, a wordsmith, a storyteller. I like that part of it. Do my own cover. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Rick, man. I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of me. I'm just really not good with that stuff. So I get help, a lot of help. Thank you all. I can pause, stop the recording now, and I really appreciate everybody's participation. Appreciate all the questions, the engagement, and we'll get this uploaded to YouTube within an hour. I would think, and then we'll other people can watch. 49 participants. I'm glad I paid extra for 500. I'm going to cancel that. Jeez. Thank you. You are the hardcore 49. You came along on this ride with me. Stopping the recording. Peace, fellow humans. We'll catch you next time. Catch you next week. We'll talk about advertising. Advertising on Amazon. So this is one that you probably don't want to miss.